A lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You must ensure that you pass on the good. That if salvation was a medicine that you found in the home, don't reintroduce bachwezi.
The new battle has erupted in State House. There has always been a battle between MUHOOZI Kainerugaba and RWABWOGO on who is supposed to take over the presidency. It has been a silent battle. We all know RWABWOGO has the ambitions of becoming president. He has even ever wanted to be the vice chairperson in Western region, where General Museveni told him to go out of the race. And I think that was 2016. So he still has ambitions. So today, when he was, I think, addressing a gathering, he hinted about not bringing about the Shwezi issue. And to a large extent, he was stabbing MUHOOZI Kainerugaba, because MUHOOZI Kainerugaba has always come out to boast about being a Mchwezi, saying that the Bachwezi are going to rule over the country. Okay, so there is a silent battle who's supposed to take over the presidency. My sources tell me that General Museveni supports RWABWOGO, whereas General Museveni supports MUHOOZI Kainerugaba. So two people are fighting for the presidency. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the battle which is between MUHOOZI Kainerugaba and RWABWOGO, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagari. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, you must understand the background of RWABWOGO. RWABWOGO is an in-law of General Kaguta Museveni. He married one of his daughters, and he has the ambition of leading this country. Okay? On the other hand, we also have MUHOOZI Kainerugaba, who on several occasions has come out to say that he also wants to take over from his father. You clearly see that we are under family rule to start with. Even amongst the NRM people, there is no such person who has ambitions, for fear of being eliminated is within the family. One of the examples to show that we're under family rule is when it's time for transiting, the family is on the forefront, not even the political party. This has ever happened in Zimbabwe, okay, where Mugabe was exiting and his wife wanted to be. That's always been the case. It happened under Gaddafi, where his son Salif al-Islam wanted to be. Okay, Bongo, his son, eventually became president. So there is a battle, and I continue telling you that those who don't know about transition, it's high time you get to know that the transition in Uganda is inevitable. Even the family of General Kaguta Museveni knows that Museveni cannot be president for the next 10 years. Even if he's alive for the next 10 years, he will be incapacitated. So they know that's where they are fighting. So when RWABWOGO was addressing the nation, he came out to say that MUHOOZI should stop bringing about the issue of the Bachwezi, because the Bachwezi are known as the great witches in our country. In fact, many of the Baganda gods are from the Bachwezi. Even some of the Noms and the Rubales are from the Bachwezi. So the Bachwezi have an impact on very many African cultures here in the country. So when MUHOOZI eats at the Bachwezi, when RWABWOGO eats at the Bachwezi, is eventually hitting at MUHOOZI Kainerugaba. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape when RWABWOGO was saying this. Here is the tape.
A lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You must ensure that you pass on the good. That if salvation was a medicine that you found in the home, don't reintroduce bachwezi. Don't introduce witchcraft. Don't forget where you've come from. Because you have that much responsibility
kubanga olina obuvunaanyizibwa bungi
and you
nnyo
have few years on earth.
ate olina emyaka mitono ku
Be
nsi.
careful, your sons must be the fourth generation that continues the line of salvation.
Weegendereze kuba batabani bo be bagenda okubeera omulembe ogwokuna abeeyongezaayo ekyo ky'olina.
These are our sons 3
Bano
years
be
ago.
batabani baffe abaana baabwe.
Now they are 16.
So that is RWABWOGO. First of all, in politics, nothing is done by mistake. Some people came out to say maybe he was just preaching his own things, but in politics, nothing is done by mistake. Some things are well planned. By RWABWOGO coming out to hit at Moses Kainerugaba of not trying to revive the Bachwezi, and he was so specific to say that he must not bring the Bachwezi in his family. It shows a lot of things what is going on. For on very many occasions, Moses Kainerugaba has come out to tweet about the Bachwezi. Okay, in fact, in a tweet which was done, in very many tweets, Moses Kainerugaba has come out to boast about the Bachwezi. In one of the tweets, Moses Kainerugaba came out to say, and I quote, "For the Bachwezi, we have our God. He told us from the beginning that he will bless those who bless us, and he will curse those who curse us." Moses Kainerugaba was specific that they have their God. So if RWABWOGO comes out to fight the Bachwezi, is directly fighting Moses Kainerugaba, because Moses Kainerugaba has come out to boast about the Bachwezi. In one of the tweets, he also came out to say, "The last two Bachwezi in history, my father and the last king of Nkore, museveni and Afande Rubereza in 1981, Obote should have surrendered immediately. Nobody on earth can defeat the Bachwezi." That is another tweet when Moses Kainerugaba was talking about the Bachwezi. So you clearly see that RWABWOGO was hitting on the head, was eating about the Bachwezi. But it is all this is because of the transitional politics, where RWABWOGO wants to be the president after his father-in-law. So there are a lot of tweets. By the way, many I've just read only two, where Moses Kainerugaba has come out to boost about the Bachwezi. So when RWABWOGO comes out to hit about that, you clearly see that there are some battles from within State House. But to be fair, truth is, we are under family rule which has ruled over us in a very bad way. But if you put Moses Kainerugaba and RWABWOGO, you clearly see RWABWOGO has some knowledge about the running of the economy and the country. In fact, when RWABWOGO stands up to speak, you may think he has Uganda at heart. But of course, we all know that this is said because he wants to loot. On the other hand, Moses Kainerugaba is like a person who knows that every solution must be handled by the hammer. He knows nothing about the economy. He knows nothing about where Uganda is. In fact, in the most unlikely event he becomes the president, he will be one of the biggest dictator in Eastern and Central Africa. There are things he tweets. He doesn't hide anything. The difference between the two is one has the knowledge and he uses that knowledge to rip off the country, and the other one knows nothing about the country except just stamping and abusing everyone who comes out to contend, okay, in the politics of the country. To show you also that this is a battle between General Moses Kainerugaba and RWABWOGO, there are some people in the Moses Kainerugaba camp who have come out to attack RWABWOGO. When you see these people attack RWABWOGO, you clearly see that it has been sanctioned by none other than Moses Kainerugaba. Among those people is Daudi Kamanda. Daudi Kamanda is the Secretary General of PLU, a civil organization headed by Moses Kainerugaba, which wants to propel him in government. He came out to attack RWABWOGO. Okay, when you see a Secretary General of an civic organization attacking the in-law of the president, you just know. In a tweet which was outed by Daudi Kamanda, he came out to say that RWABWOGO has looked for money. Banange, he is now a pastor. I swear this man needs a medal. Someone should remind him that there is money in witchcraft. He can be a witch doctor, Dr. Odrick. That is the Secretary General of PLU, an anti-civic organization headed by Moses Kainerugaba. If you see such people attacking someone, just know that they have been sanctioned by none other than Moses Kainerugaba. Remember, they are attacking an in-law to MUHOOZI. So it means that there is a silent battle within. Another tweet which was outed by SS Sebunya. If you are following Twitter, this account of Sebunya is one of the Twitter accounts that advances MUHOOZI's projects. Since he came out to declare that he wants to be president, he came out to say, "You can't erase our African history. The Bachwezi are our ancestors. What does Salvation say about corruption? Okay, so they are calling RWABWOGO corrupt, and the Twitter accounts which are attacking RWABWOGO are the helm of promoting the MUHOOZI presidency. Let's also go further. There's also another tweet of Honorable Mwesigye Frank. He's saying, from motivation speaker to coffee vendor to biggest thief and now a pastor. Who is he? Okay. He put out a cartoon. You clearly see that MUHOOZI is chasing RWABWOGO in a cartoon. So those are the part of the accounts, Twitter accounts, which run MUHOOZI project scheme, which are coming out to attack RWABWOGO. So anyone who is doubting that there is no silent battle for the present within State House, you just don't know what is happening in our own country. Okay, but for me it points towards that there is an inevitable transition that is happening. Okay, and the state or the regime is fighting hard so that the very many Ugandans cannot involve themselves in that transition. We all know we have never had a peaceful transfer of power. So if two people are fighting and yet they are related to each other, it is a sign that General Museveni is soon relinquishing power by hook or crook. So we are going to see as this battle is unfolding. But for me, it pains me more that even after the 40-year rule, the only people who are fighting transit is family. Even the discussion is, I don't see any Ugandan in this discussion. It shows how Uganda is going back to the dogs. Since we may slide back to be like countries like Sudan, okay, Libya, etc. Of course, that's my opinion. Do me a comment by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is the first time on the YouTube channel, I employ you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.